Jason here from STC Fit Learning. What we're going to be talking about today in this video is just what it takes to be successful as a fitness business owner or a personal trainer in the industry. If we look at the industry as a whole, it's quite tough. There's a high turnover rate. There's a lot of people, getting into the industry with the best intentions, but they're kind of getting chewed up and spat out the other end just because, there's 5 key areas that we believe, they're missing the mark on. And what we're going to do today is just talk about those main areas so you guys can get a bit of an idea of where you need to put your work and build those foundations to have a successful business and build a sustainable career. Now, first area of discussion that we're going to talk about now is mindset. Now, before you change the station and think snooze fest, I was like that at one point. I just thought mindset's not for me. This is some wishy-washy bullshit. But then I actually grew up and realized that every thought, behavior and response I had to my own abilities or my business and where it was moving and hardships and all that kind of stuff was a reflection of my mindset. And when we look at business, it's not an easy ride. There's a lot of things that are going to happen. There's incredible highs, incredible lows, and how you respond and think and behave and act and the mindset that you have is be all and end all to moving you in the right direction. Now, when we talk about mindset, there's 2 key mindsets that we cover and we think that are very important for every fitness business owner or personal trainer to possess. And that is the growth mindset and the ownership mindset. The growth mindset is about ability. It's about you understanding that even if you're not great at something right now, you in the right place, in the right time with practice and the right skills and all of the resources available to you, you can and will get better. Your business will grow and be successful. If you get yourself into a fixed mindset and it's starting to blame external circumstances, starting to say that you can't do this and you won't be able to do that, it's that's pushing your potential right down into the floor, and the likelihood of you moving on with a mindset like that to build a successful personal training business is really, 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 really slim. Now we get on to the ownership mindset, and it's about owning the fuck up and owning your shit. It's about how you respond to circumstances that are external to you that change the course for yourself or your business. It's how you respond to that is part of the ownership mindset. It's you can play victim and expect things to change for you, which they won't. Or you can take ownership and go, right, this is the situation I'm in right now, but this is how myself or my business is going to navigate out of this. Last year with COVID is a good example of that. There's a lot of people that buried their head in the sand, expected things to get better, and they didn't. And then there's a lot of people that grabbed COVID by the balls, saw opportunities in the market, saw opportunities for their business, took ownership of the situation, and came out the other side, much better off than they were during it. Now we move on to the next key area, which is model. So a lot of personal trainers don't have a business model. They don't have a system that's built, or a lot of systems built to streamline their business. Every single personal trainer we talk to, is time poor, spends too much time working in their business, not enough time working on their business, isn't really happy with the clients they're training, not really attracting the clients that they want. And it all comes down to not having some business models put together and some systems to streamline all that stuff. So I ask you this right now. Do you know the clients that you work with? Do you know their problems, their pain points? Do you understand why they're in the situation they're in right now? Do you have a list of pain points that they experience and some solutions to navigate them out of that? I'm going to go and sit there and say that a lot of you guys don't. And if you do, that list is really, really, really small. So finding an ability to, connect with an audience and align with people within the market is going to be really, really hard if you guys don't know who that person is you're working with. A good business model is there to streamline processes. It's there to automate things and give you time back. It's making it seamless for the client and giving them a good experience as well. If everything's not clunky and smooth and there's no resistance, the likelihood of them either signing up or continuing on is really, really high. Your ability to take on more clients is there too because everything's streamlined. You're not caught up in each individual person wasting time with something that you could have a better business model to work with more people and have more opportunities to do other projects as well. Like we said, working on the business rather than just being stuck working in it all the time. The next one we're going to talk about is service. Service is super important. When you know your clients and you know their problems and you have solutions for them, you now start to build this service that's catered for this person. Every single part of that person's problems and why they haven't achieved them up until this date has been taken care of in the service that you provide for them. So when they sign up, they're looking at that and the client experience is so good. They can feel that this whole thing is catered to them, and the likelihood of them getting outcomes and staying is really, really high when you think about building a service towards a particular person that you work with. A lot of coaches don't even know the service they provide. They're just I just trade my skills and knowledge for money. It's have a think about what's involved, what the steps are from talking to someone to signing them up and what they get in between all those things. There's a lot of people out there that don't really know the process that's involved in that. And the thing about building a great service is people pay for that a lot. Even, statistics show 25% more. And then if you have a good service, they're 85% more likely to stay. So all the numbers, all of the data, all of the trends are moving towards people spending time here, which they don't, because this is how we have repeat business. This is how we keep people. A client retained is 5 to 25 times less resources than having to go and find someone. Then this comes down to the client experience, and the client experience is the service that you guys provide. So if you know your clients, you know what they want, you cater a service to all of those things, you can charge more money, keep more people, have more resources for other things, and you can also charge a little bit more because people are willing to pay for it. The next area is clients, which everybody wants more of. Like if you're watching this video and you don't want more clients, like that's great. But I'm going to be very, very confident and say that a lot of you guys that are watching this video want more clients. And it comes down to a couple of things. It's like, what's your ecosystem? Where are you sending people? What kind of message are you sending? What information are you putting out there so people can align with you? Where are you showing up? A lot of people just expect, they have this uniform, they have this title as a fitness professional or a PT or a coach, or whatever you want to call yourself, that people will just be attracted to you. And it doesn't work like that. The market's flooded. It's like, how are you going to stand out? We stand out by knowing the client. We stand out by knowing the problems. We stand out by sending a message. We stand out by putting out good content and giving someone an opportunity to eat up your content in multiple different platforms, in multiple different places. Once we do that, that's what we call the pre-sell. It builds authority. It gives people an idea of what you're about, what your service is, the results you get, the information that you provide. All of a sudden, with something that people hate so much, like coaches absolutely hate sales. It's like you do the pre-sale right, you create authority, you have a business ecosystem. You have people coming to you, sitting down before the console, and it's not, I need to convince this person for personal training. It's like, this person knows what you're about. This person's already sold. It's a matter of details. It's a matter of like an interview for you guys to go, yeah, we're going to work together. I already know what you're about. You already know what I'm about. It's this much, when do you want to get started? Rather than going through this really awkward, wishy-washy process right now where you're trying to convince people to sign up with you. And the last key area we call is be great. So it's about being good at your job. It's about having the technical skills to solve the problems of your clients. It's about, learning and upskilling to make sure you have all of the tools necessary to help the clients you work with. Now I know there's a lot of coaches in here that's a passion for them to work out and all that stuff as well. And sometimes we do some things that might serve us over our clients. But if you want to be successful and you want to run a successful business and you want to make it in the industry, at the end of the day, the clients pay you. The clients exchange a fee for your service. So you want to make sure that you're building this whole thing, your whole skill set, all your knowledge, your whole business around serving them and not you. The best businesses in the world serve the people. They serve a particular person who they know, they understand, and they know that they can solve their issues and guide them to where they need to go. So make sure when you're talking about your technical skills, which we all love to do and nerd out on, every single part of that skill set is for you to help that person. You want to make sure that you have the tools and skills for that person to be great and help them navigate themselves to the goalposts. So they're the 5 key areas that we know, build the foundations for a successful personal trainer, fitness business in the industry. If you want to know a little bit more about, kind of where your business is at now and maybe where there's some holes and some places for you to improve on, you can actually jump onto the website. We'll put the link in the comments where you can take the scorecard. It's got some questions just on the 5 key pillars, we call them. I'm just going to answer the questions, see how you score, and you can get an idea at the end kind of where you need to improve on, maybe some considerations of what to do with your business. So that's it for today's video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, tick the bell just so you get notifications on just for when we upload new videos in the future. Find us on Instagram at stcfit_learning. You can check out our website at www.stcfitlearning.com as well. All right, guys, that's it from us. We'll see you in the next video.